Welcome everybody to How Fast Will It Go, and today we're dealing with the 1992 Bugatti EB110 Super Sport. Now this has 1,470 horsepower, 1,292 pounds-feet of torque from its 8 litre quad turbo W16 engine. The car itself now weighs 2,634 pounds, still has its all-wheel drive system, and it can now do 0 to 60 in 2.73 seconds and 0 to 100 in 5.157 seconds. So even though quad turbos and the all-wheel drive system were nothing alien to this car, as it originally had a 3.5 litre quad turbo V12 engine, and it's obviously got 4 extra cylinders and more than twice the cubic capacity while having a good 800 horsepower more than it had originally. So yeah, that is obviously quite a lot of changes to this car. But it was hardly a car that was also alien to high top speeds as well, as it was easily able to do 210, 220 miles an hour. So yeah, and this car on the previous game managed 280 miles an hour, which granted, if that's all it could do today, wouldn't even get it into the top 10. So yeah, hopefully it can do a little bit more than that. But nonetheless, let's get out there and see what it can do. So yeah, really quick, not the quickest car we've had in terms of acceleration, but still properly fast. It certainly feels like the kind of car that just doesn't want to stop accelerating in quite a lot of ways, as you can see. It's keeping it up fairly consistently. You pass 260, that's 270, coming up to its top speed in the previous game, there's 280, and we've beaten it by a decent margin already. There's 284. Got any more than that? Even if not, it's still one of the fastest cars that we've had on this series so far. Getting into the top 10. Let's see if we can do any more than 284. Yeah, even if it can't, it's still a really, really good handling car, despite going way above what it could originally do. So yeah, we'll gain speed on this downhill section, but let's see if we can maintain a flat bit afterwards. So how much are we going to gain? Let's do it 5, 6, 7. What are we going to hold on this bit? 25, please? Yeah, I'm saying 285. Yep. Wow, that is quick. That is properly quick. 5 mile an hour quicker than it could manage in the previous game. And that's a massive 8 mile an hour quicker than the Lamborghini Cyan Roadster in the previous episode. So yeah, 285 miles an hour puts it into 8th place, beating the McLaren F1 by 1 mile an hour, the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR by 3 miles an hour, as well as the McLaren F1 GT and the Noble M400 also by 3 mile an hour. So yeah, it knocks the McLaren F1 GT out of the top 10, but it is still not quite the quickest, as you can probably have guessed. Another 90s car like the Lamborghini Diablo GTR managed 287 miles an hour. So yeah, that's a little bit quicker than this, but this is still a fantastically quick car. Brutal acceleration for a large amount of its run there, and yeah, was able to perfectly handle all of that power, speed and acceleration, because the all-wheel drive system is standard in this car, so it wasn't really dealing with anything extra in that regard. And yeah, it was just really rather smooth at getting to that top speed, but obviously it's still 23 mile an hour slower than the Koenigsegg Jesko, which shows how monumentally quick that car was. So yeah, but still impressed by this, especially given it's 31 years old now. So yeah, hardly a new car by any means, and yeah, you'd have to go back to 1970 to find the next oldest car in the top 10, and then 1956 and then 1955, with the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR still being the oldest car in the top 10. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.